Welcome to Woman Crush Every Day, where we discuss queer media, especially when it's black and especially when it's woman. I'm your host, Allison, aka Al Wu.
And I'm your host, Tang B, aka Sean B. Scribe.
And on today, we're going to be talking about the L Word Generation Q Season 3, Episode 8.
We there, y'all, at 8.
Yeah. Oh, but before we get into all that juicy goodness,
make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Because you want to know what we have going on, like the fact that we just dropped a trailer for our short film,
Yes,
Don't Break Up Over Text. Mm-hmm. If you are looking for more content that centers black women loving women, then we're bringing it, y'all. So make sure you subscribe so you can know how to get the updates and how to watch the full short film later this year.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, let's go ahead and get into it.
This episode, it was an emotional one.
Yeah, a lot happened in this one. I'm feeling this episode. I like the speed of the season right now. Like the last two episodes, I feel like
they're bringing us some things. We're getting in there.
Yeah. So I'm kind of feeling that. So, what was your favorite part and moment of this episode?
Okay, I had two favorite scenes. I think my first favorite scene, my most favorite scene, because it didn't come first in the episode, but was when everybody is at dinner and they're going around reading on the cards what Sophie's family does, which is write what they're grateful for on a piece of paper. They read it out loud and try to guess who it's from. And on one of the cards, it says, "Thankful for our donor." And it's Micah's card, and Micah and Maribel have been matched for a donor. Yay, yay, yay. Mm-hmm. Everybody is just like, is that real? What is that, Micah? Did you do that? And then Mama Carrie is like, is it baby or organ? Baby or organ? And then we hear baby. Yay! It was such a happy moment. It was funny. We got some Mama Rosie in there by way of Mama Carrie. It was just an all-around happy, good, fill time moment. Great. The second one was another Mama Carrie moment when she told Finley's mom that she could leave.
That's real.
You could get out. I was totally here for it. I was like, yes, step in. It don't matter if you only been mama for 2 weeks, because you've actually cared for Finley in a way that I don't think anybody else on the show has really been able to do, by just kind of being very vulnerable and having this coexistence together. So I was all for Mama Carrie kicking out bye, y'all, Mom. She can get out of here with all of that. And what were your favorite moments?
My favorite moment in this episode was Maribel's proposal. That just was really heartwarming to me, because I think what it represented like this moment where we get to see Maribel like just be cool, and just like be humble and chill out. When she, says to Micah, I should have said yes when you asked. To me, that just, it said so much about the character, and her personal growth and trusting and really loving Micah in a way that I thought was really, really cool. So that just warmed my heart, because I talk a lot of shit about Maribel on this show.
Yeah.
She makes me mad a lot.
She did a lot season 1.
Just stuff that's like, why are you even being this way? But like that moment just said so much for me, and that was really gratifying.
Yeah. That warmed my heart too. I'm glad. I'm happy about Maribel and Micah.
Yeah.
It's good to see.
Yeah.
All right, who was your woman crush?
Maribel was my woman crush this episode, just for that. It was like all of this, it just was all of this growth in just one moment that I felt like I just needed some validation to see Maribel's just chill.
Yeah.
And willingness to compromise, I guess.
Yeah.
That feels healthy for a relationship. So
she's definitely come full circle.
I'm giving her that.
Yeah, I don't hear as much shit talking from Maribel. Like, I feel like she's really present and really wanting to be a good partner. So that's beautiful to see. Hey, Toy G, what's up? Thanks for coming. Oh, yeah, we got our 20s gear on.
We represent today.
We're hoping for another season. There was like a release date, but then I went back and I saw that there wasn't something else. So that was a few weeks ago. I'm going to check back in, see what's going on with 20s.
Keep our fingers crossed. We're praying.
Hopefully.
Come on.
I need Hetty. My woman crush this week was Shane, because Shane was on auntie duty, and I think she did a good job.
Absolutely.
She did good for what she had to work with. So yeah, Angie saw former ex-Teach Bay. I don't even want to call him Teach Bay because he don't even deserve Teach Predator.
More appropriate.
Yes.
More appropriate.
And threw a brick through his car. Not necessarily at the encouragement of Shane, but Shane definitely set up the permission.
The inspo. Like, you get the inspiration.
Yeah, Shane was like, "You're better than me." And Angie was like, "I don't have to be.
Not.
I don't have to be better. I could just be." And I'm not here for Angie doing a Jasmine Sullivan, but I do think she needed to get her artwork back, and I do think, fuck Predator Teach. Don't need him. But yeah, Shane was there. Shane was very supportive and like figured out how to like make sure she didn't have to be in awkward situations and was just, I was confused, like, why didn't Angie go home for Thanksgiving? But then I was like, maybe it's just weird and she didn't need to. She didn't feel like going home. And Shane was there, and it was good to see. And the real moment that Shane had with Angie about, like, relationships are not perfect. Angie mentioned, like, wanting to just kind of, like, skip ahead in a relationship and be at the place where you agree on the core things. And, Shane really broke down, like, that's not real for anybody. Even those loves that you think are, like, the best loves ever, it took work to get there. It took trials to get there. And you just gotta be on the journey, boo. Yeah. So, Shane, hot auntie vibes this week. You get to be my woman crush.
All right. No. Okay, so what can stay and what can go for you from this episode?
Okay. What can stay is Micah and Maribel. They can stay. Loving it. Finley's mom can stay gone. Don't need that. What can go for me is, I want Carrie to stay. Please let Carrie stay.
Right, Carrie.
Don't kill off Rosie.
Oh man, the little heart attack action at the end of the episode was not what I needed.
No.
All right.
I always
I'm trying to cut you off, but I didn't like that.
No, I don't like that at all. I also don't like Sophie and Finley and this little like trying to rekindle, get back together, all of that BS.
Yeah, they are doing that.
Sophie, stop it. Stop it. You first of all, you derailed your family's Thanksgiving to go and save Finley again. And I get it. People needed to be there. I don't want Finley to be alone. But I'm just like, dude, does it have to be you every time? Yeah. Do you have to keep... Didn't you say you wanted to get out of the Finley show? Finley's house? Finley's home? Like, you didn't want to be a part of that. But you're putting yourself in it because maybe you don't want to deal with, like, just being alone. And I think... Your whole phase, it was very whole light. I just give yourself
for sure, definitely diet hoe.
Get back out there. All you did was kiss two unavailable people. Like, no, you can give yourself more. Give it some weeks, Sophie, a couple months, maybe a year, 2. Who knows? So, yeah, that can go. What about for you?
Okay. What can stay? Obviously really excited about the Michael Maribel situation.
Yes.
That can stay. I don't know. I'm thinking about everything else was cool. I think I agree with you more than anything.
Yeah.
Finley's mom, that can go.
Negative.
Sophie, Finley, don't need that to come back.
No.
Can go. I thought it was weird the way Danny brought Dre to the Thanksgiving Day, dinner situation. Because it's like, okay.
For Finley.
Sophie's still your ex, was almost like wife. Like, so.
Yeah.
And that wasn't that long ago. So it just seemed like you bringing a boo, and then Dre, Sophie had relations with.
Yeah.
Then y'all were saying, I don't want to do this. It's messy.
Finley
it's murky.
Pulled a fire alarm over Dre even being there. Like, it's a lot to bring to the situation.
It's like, I get that y'all wanted to go get a Thanksgiving dinner. Dre's flight got canceled and she couldn't make it home.
They couldn't make it home.
they could make it home, but
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was a bit much. It was a bit
friend.
much.
Don't do that, friend.
It was a lot. You know, Danny is just obviously sad and lonely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Mama is gone, Daddy is locked up, and sorry, Danny. But yeah, you're going to have to expand the circle, or...
Yeah, I ain't like that.
Y'all could have just stayed and had a little... Oh, anyway, yeah. Tessa's drinking can go.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You gotta keep it together, Tess. Can't do that.
We'll see where that goes. If Finley actually ends up being the one who's, like, holding Tess up, and... actually, maybe this is, like, the perfect setup for Finley to really start... Stepping it up. I mean, Carrie falling out. I'm like, where are you living, Finley? Yeah. So you got to step it up there. You got to step it up, you know, just all over the place. Yeah. With Tess and taking care of this bar. Wah. So, yeah.
This episode sort of gave me a little bit more respect for Finley. Having Finley's mom come and say, like, you actually left and, like, made it out and learned how to do your own thing is just like, that was you real. Didn't set up. And it made me think, like, was Finley set up with any of the tools to do this? How much of this was her own, you know, feat and personal growth? Mm-hmm. And that made me, you know, have a little bit more empathy for where Finley may be starting in life and why it's become the Finley show. If you don't have somebody who nurtured you initially into adulthood, then it is gonna be your show until you figure those things out.
That's real. Yeah. All right. So queer canon. Where does this fit? This episode fit in queer canon for you?
Well, it's a holiday episode, so you know, holidays are weird for many queer people, and so I think this was a really beautiful one to kind of display chosen family and biological family mixed together. I really like that everybody came together, not only just to be together, but then to help a friend out. But it seems like even if they didn't need to help Finley, this is a group of people who might decide to come together for things anyway. But to see Sophie's and Maribel's biological family there, and they're really supportive and just love their daughters and like the queer relationships that they've chosen to be in. And then to see that with like all the chosen friends that have come together to make a family, and Carrie and Finley are there, and Tessa's there, even though she's drunk, but she's like trying to be a part of things. And, you know, it was just really beautiful to see, even in the case of, Angie and Shane. Like, Shane has no biological relationship to Angie, but has really stepped in like as family. And so it's just great to see how queer people, how the other half does things.
Totally. I think for queer canon, for me, having this episode where Micah and Maribel are able to find a match, that just felt great. You know, this story that centering a trans man, and that whole, the physical aspect of what it means to have a baby and finding somebody who you want to like represent you biologically. So it's like, I really appreciated this win for them, and just like, and happy Thanksgiving. Y'all, it's definitely a reason to give thanks, and that was cool.
So well, this week was a beautiful episode. We'll see what next week brings. It seems like Danny is kind of jumping the gun a little bit on things. So
oh my gosh,
what happens there.
Danny's been through the ringer this season in terms of relationships, and I don't know what Dre is going to...
be gentle, Dre.
Well,
be
gentle. You know, just be gentle. Be gentle.
And it seems like Dre is.
Yeah, that's
Dre's
real.
gentle.
That's real.
So we'll get more. Still loving to see Carmen LaWoo on here.
Yeah, we had a little follow from Carmen LaWoo too on our Instagram page, so we're super standing.
Super excited. Excited to see Bet make a comeback next week, even if it is with Tina, and see what's going on with them.
Yeah. All right.
Well, until next time, y'all. Peace. Tessa
See y'all
is a
next
bad sponsor.
Totally.
Peace, y'all.
Yeah.